the grind. Goes back to a Twitter post I made over here. Somebody goes, well, what is that about? And I click that little link there. Where's it go? It goes back to my blog site. You see how this is getting people into the wormhole, the rabbit hole goes right back to you every time, no matter what platform they're on. They're coming back to you on your blog site, the head of the octopus, the home base with all the tentacles. See how exciting this is? Once you learn the techniques, once you gain the knowledge, the skills, and start implementing, this starts snowballing. And when somebody can go to Google and type in your name that you are branding yourself as using a hashtag or using your actual name, let's just type in my actual name, Brady Theodore. What comes up? Brady Theodore at Harper College. Well, I'm not Harper College, but I'm on YouTube, personal brand. There's LinkedIn, videos, Facebook, blog. You start becoming omnipresent. This is the point behind the Octo-Content model and why you want to take your video, splice and dice, have everything set up, and start posting to everywhere. Become omnipresent. How are you all doing today? It's Brady the Gotti. You know who I am, or you would not be here. Hey, anyway, I want to do a video here and show you what I do instead of a daily method of operations. I do what's called the WMO, or weekly method of operations. And before I jump into all of that, so you're all wondering why I've got a backdrop here with Gary Vaynerchuk and the 64 pieces of content. And then what's coming up there is this is Oliver, and the Octo-Content model helps us grow our audience by syndication, syndicating our content across 8 major platforms or more, depending on how much syndication you would like to do. So I want to show you what I do on a weekly basis. I create content, video content, and I see so many people do this daily, doing Facebook Lives, creating content in video format and placing it on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and they leave it sit there, and that's what they do with their content. I've got a whole different way of doing this. And I need to explain a little bit of this to you before I show you what I do. Now, you're watching me because you're a home-based business owner or an entrepreneur. Maybe you own a brick and mortar store business. Does not matter what type of business you own. This is about branding. This is about getting the eyes and ears on you, your service, your product, your opportunity. What's the name of the game? Numbers. Of course it is. The more you reach, the more people you reach, the more eyes and ears you can get onto your content, the better it is for you. If you want to be a celebrity on the internet, you have to be known. And this is what I'm doing. And this is what I have been building my business around for the past year now. And what I am doing, I'm going to show you. But you need to understand what Oliver does. If the marketing ocean is deep and blue, and there's many people out there, and you need to get those eyes and ears on you, then you need to begin by branding yourself, number 1. Number 2, you need to use your content in the most productive, leveraged way to get as many eyes and ears on that piece of content that you can. And this is where Oliver comes into play. Once you follow Gary V and understand what he can do with a piece of content from one keynote or one video, then you understand what Oliver's job is. Now, Oliver, we have based on Gary V, although we've dove deeper into what can be done with one piece of content. So what I do is when I have a video, whether I do a Facebook Live, an Instagram Live, no matter what type of live I'm doing, or if I create a video just like I am doing here, I will break that video down and I'm going to send it out to 8 different platforms. And you're thinking, how do you do that? Well, I put in the time and the effort to come off as a professional, to come off as somebody that knows what they're doing in my particular niche, which is personal branding. To personally brand yourself, you need, number one, your own platform. Now, I have learned by past experience that by calling Facebook your own platform is not necessarily true. By calling LinkedIn your home is not true. By using YouTube as your home base is not true. All these platforms are owned by, well, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, you name them, they're all owned by other people. But if you know how to get your own piece of real estate out there in that big internet world and use that as your personal home base, where you can attract people to it, where they will see all of your content, then you're on the right track. I have learned from past experience that your Facebook account can be shut down, that your LinkedIn account can be shut down, that your Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, each and every one of them can be shut down. And what would happen to you and your business if that became reality? You would lose all of your contact information. You would lose everything that you had built into each one of those social media platforms, all your videos, all your posts, all your contacts, everything that's in there wiped out and gone forever, unless you know all the secrets of retrieval. But why go to that extent? Why not have your own space on the internet? A blog. Start your own blog, a website, whichever you want to call it, but a home base where you can bring people to you to see everything that you're working on. I know it's a lot to take in, but once you understand the basics of why having your own piece of internet real estate is so important and how all the intricacies of marketing come into play onto one personal website, then you understand what the Octo-Content model is all about. So enough of the talk. Let me just show you what I do after I produce a piece of content. I'm going to jump right on in here. I'm going to share my screen a little bit and just dance around, and we'll see how this goes. So let's do a little screen share, and we're going to jump right over to, here it is, BradyTheodore.com. Brady Theodore is the Gotti, the content syndication coach. You are at my home base right here. This is my piece of internet real estate. This is where I bring everybody. Again, I'm running a recording, so things have slowed down a little bit. Just bear with me. This is the top of my blog, and you see across, if I scroll down, it's got my featured posts, along with other posts, a little train of thought. I've got my story off to the side, and all kinds of blog posts going in here. And my Instagram, oh, that's a book that I'm reading. Somewhere over here is my Instagram. There's my Instagram feed showing up right here. But I've got over here, you can go to the blog tab. I think maybe you saw where I did that. And here's a bunch of blog posts. And I've got my body of work, my top 20, my life hacks, shows, webinars across there. Up here on these tabs, I've got shows, webinars, interviews, testimonials, agency. Yes, I have my own agency, resources, podcasts. And just to show you real quick what I've got going in here, I just showed you some blog posts. Let's go to some wealth hacks, which is going to take us to my video breakdowns. We're right here. Somebody can come in. They can watch the video. And bloop, there it is. But we're not going to sit and watch videos right now. I'm going to turn that right.
Hey, guys and gals, it's Brady the Gotti,
back for me.
and this is branding by Brady.
Stop that. Let's go back a tab. I come down here to this tab. We've got my podcasts, which you will see right here. Podcast, and they all start showing up one after another. So you can see on my blog, on my website, I've got a lot of information going, and I build this weekly, if not daily. So when you come to my blog site, my website, you're going to get all the valuable information that you need to start doing exactly the same thing. That's at bradytheodore.com. From the blog site, take your octopus, like behind me, Oliver. The blog site is that head right there. The arms, the 8 tentacles, are the platforms that you're reaching out to with your content. Understand? Caprende, fish day. Okay. On those 8 legs, we have little tentacles. And the tentacles, let me just show you this paper down here. This right here. This is Oliver. That would be the head. And these are the 8 arms right here. If you, there it goes. On the 8 arms, you're going to take your content and send it out to YouTube. You're going to send it out to LinkedIn. You're going to send it to Twitter, to Facebook, to Instagram, to SoundCloud, to iTunes, to Alexa. That's 8 platforms right there from your blog off of one piece of content. As you're doing this and you're sending these pieces of content out from your blog, people are seeing your content. They're watching the videos. They're looking at the picture post. They're looking at the blog post off of Facebook. And the links all go back to your blog. And what happens is when they go back to your blog, what you will learn is that you can use what's called a pixel, a piece of code that you place inside your blog. And when people come back to your blog, they are pixeled. I know that when you're on Facebook or any other social media site and you see these ads coming up and you say, I was just talking about this product, or I was searching for that and now it's showing up in my news feed all the time. That is where pixels come into play. And yes, us as individual home-based business owners can do exactly the same thing as the big boys. It's very easy if you have proper knowledge. So again, the blog is Oliver's head. That's your blog. That's your main home. These are his legs, and these are the tentacles with the pieces of content. And before I get into what the advertising 7-to-1 and the CTA, that's all in advertising, and getting into automated webinars, that's way advanced. That's not for this today. I just want to give a basic overview of what Oliver's job is to do. And I do have a very short 10-minute video that explains this to a T of what Oliver can do. And yes, I have a school with training that breaks this down and shows you how to do every piece of this to get the eyes and ears on your content that you need to build a business. Excuse me, I was choking a little bit. Anyway, let's close this window up. What I have done is, and I don't want to, let's just go here and I'll show you real quick. Components that you need to set this up and start syndication is you need your video clip, your video, your cover art. You'll need a blog post title. You'll need all your call to action, all the wording. Again, all of this is taught and in a very easy, consumable way that you can learn it, implement, learn, implement. And as you learn and implement, it gets easier and easier and easier. And before you know it, you've got people by the masses starting to follow you on your website. I'm not going to go over all of this right now. This is a lot of information for one person to take in, one or hundreds, whoever's watching this. What I do want to show you is that, get that out of my way, I have my YouTube channel. I have my videos. This video right here was my last piece of content I put out yesterday. It's got 21 views on it already. What I want to do is I want to take this video and I want to syndicate it. How do you do that? What I do is I'll break it down into bite-sized pieces where I will have the video clips, I'll have the cover arts, I'll have the quote images, I'll have the blog titles, all the information. Now, all of that mostly is within the YouTube, but I do put it all in a list over here. And once I do that, I want to syndicate. So what I would want to do is show you in my file folder, which I should have had open before. That was the Elite. That's the 10 pieces of content. If you look in here, I've got videos. I've got a 1-minute video clip. I've got a full audio clip. I've got a 1-minute audio clip. All these pieces of content are going to be placed where they need to go. This is my whole blog post written out. This is my cover art for each episode, and it's sized to go where it needs to go. Right here was for my YouTube banner. Open up. There it is. It's already made and it's already placed on YouTube. I've got this one made out for a podcast episode. And you can see a podcast hosted by the Gotti, sized perfectly to fit right into my podcast. What you also need to know is that SoundCloud is a hosting platform. Once you have this set up properly and you post your audio to SoundCloud, SoundCloud will send it out to iTunes, to Spotify, to, yes, Alexa, and we show you how to set this up. Then you're being heard across all audio podcast platforms. Each one of these pieces of content is going to have its own job to do. So, right here, let's go to SoundCloud and let's go to an upload on SoundCloud. I've already uploaded the main full audio track, but what I'd like to do is to show you real quick that I can go right into here, the Elite 1-minute audio. I'm going to take the 1-minute audio, I'm going to stick it in here. It's uploading. I'm going to upload the image for that, which is a podcast, and it says podcast right here. There you go. I'm going to take the little 1-minute AC out of there. Elite, this is the Elite Thinkers Mastermind. Do not make these 10 mistakes in opening your business. Here's my title. I'm going to put right in here. We're going to go down to make this for business. Additional tags. You can type in all the tags that you want. I always put my special one in. Ask Brady the Gotti. Ask Brady the Gotti. Personal branding. Brand strategy, and so on and so forth. Put all your tags in there. A description. I've got my description right over here in my YouTube video. I can start that, stop it. Go right down here. I'm going to use this as my description. As a matter of fact, I'm going back to the Elite Thinkers Mastermind group, my free content creator course link. my #1 lead generator, zero cost leads link, and my link back to my blog site, and a short little at 60 plus crushing it. Just take that. I'm going to copy all of this. I'm going to go to SoundCloud. I'm going to put that right into my 1 minute. Now it's got everything in there that I need, all my links. I don't use captions at the moment. I'll make this public. And one important thing to do over here is go to metadata, go to permissions, include this in your RSS feed. When you click that and you upload, this is now going to, as a hosting platform, and I'm already tied into iTunes, this podcast episode will go to iTunes, it will go to Spotify, and it will go to Alexa. So people at home can say, hey, what's Brady the Gotti doing today? And my voice will come up. And you save it. And it's on public. And anybody that listens to this will know, because I'm sorry, this one is for my flash briefing on Alexa. If I go back over here, that's done. I go to profile. If I go right down here, I've got 10 mistakes. This is the full audio. And if I go down here, if you click on this, somebody's in here and they're listening to this episode, then they're reading the story, and it shows more. Here's all the links, just like on any other social media platform. And somebody can click on your link. I know podcasts are for listening, but people at home on their PCs will go to this and they'll click on your links, and there it goes right back to the Elite Thinkers group. That's one thing. The other thing is you need to know how to set all this up. I've got my little story off to the side of it. It's right here. I'm sorry. No skills, no money, no future. Many feel the struggles of life. Show more. This shows my whole intro into my podcast. Again, all this is taught within the courses of how to set this all up. But we're on the syndication. So now we've got our podcast episodes loaded up. What I really want to show you is how I make my blog post on my site. If I go into my Wix editor, I use Wix for the blog posts. Here we go. Get into the back office of your website on your Wix site. And I don't know if you know this, but you can open up a free Wix account and start doing this and start building right away. Start getting people to your blog site. Go to site actions. We're going to edit the site. By the time that opens up. So if I come down here and I scroll down to the blog post, I say manage post. And this will open up slowly but surely. And I can say create a new post right here. Create a nice catchy title. Well, our title is going to be the same that we've got on YouTube over here. Yes, big. Do not make these 10 mistakes. Copy. Paste. Do not make these 10 mistakes while building your business. I think I'll just get the Elite Thinkers Mastermind out of there. I'll leave that in there. Go back to here. So anyway, I've got my title in here, and what I want to do next is go down to my Word file. I want to grab, wrong Word file. I want to get, I think, this one. I want this. I don't want that in caps. I want to take that down. I want to take it like this. Copy. I'm going to put this in the first line. I'm going to make these 10 mistakes. A mastermind session. How do you spell session? Session. Business and Elite Thinkers Mastermind session. We'll put it like that. Go below. I need to put a picture post in here. I've got this ready to go. If I add an image from here, to make the perfect blog post takes a little bit of time. I'm going to upload my image from my computer. Click, click, let's go. There we go. And I want to use my blog post image. Let's see, 10 mistakes for Instagram. Here it is for blog post. I want to put this one right here. It's uploading. I'm going to add it to my page. And there's my first picture. Under this picture, I'm just going to glance over at one of my other blog posts to make sure that I'm setting this up exactly the same way. There it is. Back to the blog post. I'll open this up. Come on. Open this one. I just want to make sure I'm structuring my new blog exactly the right way. I've got the title. I've got some text. I've got my picture right here. I can put another little blurb underneath. So in here, I'm going to run down my 10 steps that I'm using. Now underneath here, I would like to put a video. Now I want my YouTube video. So right here, I go add video. I'll go over here to YouTube. I go to the share, copy that link, put that link right in here, and add it. And now I've got a video. And under the video, if I look at my main site, under my video, I've got this little picture of a video camera. I copy that. I'm going to put him right there with a space. I'm going to go back to YouTube. I'm going to grab the title. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to place that here. Business. I'm going to take Elite Thinkers off. I don't want that overhang on it. I'm going to make that bold. And I'm going to click this. I'm going to put a link into it. The URL link I'm going to put in is back to the main video. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put that in here. Save it. Now, when somebody clicks on this, it will take them to my YouTube channel. Underneath this, give it a couple spaces under. And under that video, I've got that. Now I need my podcast listed in here. So from here, I do the plus, use this for an HTML code. We're going to use code. So now I need to go to my SoundCloud account. I need to find my main podcast. This looks like the 17 hours ago. Yes, this is my main one. If I go to the share button, I say go to embed. It shows you 3 different styles you can put in here. The style I use is this long one right here. I will copy this embed code. I will put this in the Wix box and I will save it. And it will show up automatically right here. And you want to move it, you can adjust that, move it up. Just, whoops, come on. Oh, I have to do that through there. Now it's a little bit closer. Underneath the podcast will go about me and AKA Gotti Syndication Coach. I want to copy this, and it's got links, backlinks within it. And I'm going to copy it. I'm going to put this right down here. And under this, I need my story, the picture, and my short story. I can take the short story blurb, copy it, and from here I need to add a photo. This one is already in my library, in my Wix account. If I scroll through, I'll find it. And it is, I'll probably scroll right past it like I always do. Come on, where's a picture of my puppy dog? Where's a picture of my puppy dog? There it is, right here. I'm going to take that, add it to the page, and right underneath this, I want to put my little story blurb, and there it is. Now, you see how this is set up? I've got a picture that people are going to see across Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. I've got a YouTube video that they can watch right here. I've got a link that goes back to my actual YouTube account. I've got a podcast right here on this blog post. This, I'm going to show you in a second what it does. I've got my short story. You can come over here to the settings, publish, about, tell you where you want to publish it to, put your SEO in it. Everything's made up right here. It's all in. Tell it which categories it's going into. I want this in my body of work. I want it on my top 20. This is a life hack. And it is a wealth hack. And it's a random hack. I can put those all right here, and it's going to show up in those posts. Tags, come over here. I've got tags already listed. I've got brand strategy, content creator, Facebook profile. These are the ones I use all the time. Knowledge, making money, success tips. Also, I have in here unemployment strategy. It's a good one. I'm going to put in elite thinkers. I'm going to put in mastermind. And that'll be my tags on the side. And I told it where to go. Now I can publish this. And it's published right here. Okay? That's one thing to do. Go to the main menu. I'll go to my video library. I know it seems like long and drawn out. Trying to do a training on it goes a little bit slower, but once you get used to doing this, once this is set up and you do this once a week, you are building a brand for yourself. Bar none. Nobody can take the, or you can add a video link. Come on, open it. There you go. Okay, I'm going to add a YouTube link. So I need this share link again. And copy it. I'm going to put it right in here. Paste it. When you do this, it pulls all the information from YouTube. There's really nothing else that you can do with it except tell it where you want this video to show up within your blog. It'll take just a moment for this to connect to YouTube and pull that video over. And when it does, I can click on this right there. And I can add to the channels. I want this under Random Hacks. I want it under the Brady Show. I want it under Wealth Hacks. And that was a webinar. I want it under there because I know what the content is about. It's not really a health hack. It's not agency. It's none of those. And I'll save it. Now, it's updating. It's placing videos everywhere it needs to be. I'm going to go back to the main. Well, before I go to the main, I want to show you one other item that I do in here. Everything slows down with a video running. But it's well worth the time. If this takes you an hour or two during the day, well worth the time. Okay, that's loaded up. I want to come in here and I want to go here we are. I'm on my podcast side. Here's my podcast page. Scroll down to the bottom of it because I've got this set up in columns. or one long column. Get to the bottom. There's a lot of editing back here in Wix. I'm going to slide this down and make room for my new podcast. I'm going to come over here to the plus add. I need to embed an HTML code, which is right here. I need to go back to my podcast, get the embed code, copy this, enter a code, put the code over here, paste it, apply it, close this, slide this down a little bit, take this out until the little purple line shows up, blink, take this one over until that little purple line shows up, blink, move it up a little bit. I want to have all the same spacing you see between. That's it, and I'm going to publish it. Now I've got my blog post set up. It's on all my pages. I've got my SoundCloud podcast put in. Now, come over here to my main blog page. I'm going to go to the home page. When I did that, that should have refreshed the whole thing, but just in case, I'm going to hit refresh. Everything's looping around the internet, blink, 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 and we come down here, got featured posts, and here's the newest post that I just put up. Do not make these 10 mistakes. Somebody comes to my blog, and they go, what's this post about? And they look, and they go, holy crap, what a nice looking page. Do not make these 10 mistakes. Big picture. This is what you're going to get out of it. This is the YouTube video. They can play it right here from the page. Okay. Go down here to this link. This will take you to my actual YouTube channel, to the YouTube video. Put that down. Now I'll show you what these links do is about Brady. And on this line right here, about Brady Theodore, when I click on that, it's going to take somebody to my same blog, but it's taking them to the About tab, where my story is at. If they go to this one where it says the Gotti Video Syndication Coach, I've got this back linked to Google, which if you type in Brady the Gotti in Google, this is what's going to come up. Brand strategy, it takes you right back to my blog. It shows my Pinterest account. It shows another page within my blog. It shows videos. It shows images. It goes to my SoundCloud accounts. It goes to some other areas I've got going. I've got 2 pages. Graphic design has all information about Brady the Gotti. And that is coming directly off of my blog site. And they never leave my site because it opened in a new tab. And right here, showing all your tags. And each one of my blog posts looks exactly the same, set up perfectly, masterfully, where people can see it. Now, this is the base of your syndication. Once you have this set up, you can go into, remember, you've got your SoundCloud. You've got a close up, close. You've got a full sound clip. All the audio from the full video is out here. You've got a 1-minute clip. These are now being spit out to Spotify, to iTunes, which I've connected up to. It goes to Alexa skills. People in their house can now look me up by voice activation. Again, this is within the training. Now you've got ears on you. People are listening to what you have to say. Every piece of content I do gets the same treatment. I take that one video and it's going to all these platforms. I can go to Facebook now. I can go to, nope, I want to go to home. I've got a number of pages. If I want to go to my main page right here, I can start a post, create a post. I can upload a picture. And I will just make these, that's a podcast. Here, let's show you this. Let's go to a podcast, put a little podcast picture in here. It's going to upload it. A podcast hosted by. Now I can take from SoundCloud. I need the share. Go to the share. And this time we're not embedding, we're just sharing. So you just want to grab this link, copy it, put it right here. Okay, paste it in. Now you got a picture and a post. And underneath this, I want to put my hashtags. Ask Brady Pagani, which is right here. I also use 60 plus. Shows up right here. And it's coming off my page at Brady. Theodore, which is right here. I can use either page. I'm going to do that. Tag it back to me, and I can post that. You can do this with each picture post with your SoundCloud. Start showing people the SoundCloud. You can make the same. I think I've got it in here right here. I've got the YouTube video already placed in here. This is a podcast episode. Now I can share this across platforms. People will come in here, say, hey, what's this podcast about? Boom. They see my podcast. They can sign up and start listening. LinkedIn, whole nother story. Come into LinkedIn. And in here, I want to run a picture post. Actually, what I want to do in here is run a 1 minute. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to say, let's go to the home. Let's start a post with let's do a video. Let's do a 1 minute clip. Select the video. I come in here and I go to Elite. This is my 1 minute video clip. I'm going to upload this in here. I say done. I come over here. I'm going to take from YouTube. All I want to do is highlight that one piece right there. Copy it. Go to LinkedIn. Put this in here. I'm going to take my little finger point. Copy it. Go right here. Watch the full video here. I'm going to use my little finger point, copy it, I'm going to put it here, little dot dot. I come back over to my blog post. This is the blog post. Yes, that's the right one. 10 mistakes right up here. I can grab this whole link, copy it. And a cute little trick is, let's go to Bitly. Let's create. Take that long URL, place it in here. It creates it. I'm going to put 10 mistakes. Log. Save it. Copy that short link. Put it right here. Now people watch the full video. Where are they going to go when they see this link? I'll show you where they'll go here in a moment. Under that, you want to put your other information, which is this cute little tag. No, not there. Which is what I've got printed up right here. Let's see, where's it at? Blog post title. Do I have it down in here? My hashtags. The famous explosion of the Gotti, my story. Right here. You can check out my entire library of posts and anything using the hashtag Brady the Gotti right here. Or BradyTheater.com about. I want both of these in here. I want to send them to my story. This goes this. I'll put this right here. I really don't need that in there because they are going to be back on my blog post anyway. But what I do need is tags. I got my tags right in here. I'm going to copy these. I'm going to paste them right in here. A success formula, let's put that one in there. So do I have everything? I asked Brady the Gotti, blah, blah. I want 60 plus and crushing it. And that should do it. I want to post this. Give it just a moment to upload, and I'll show you what's going to happen here. When you start doing this on every platform, can you imagine how far-reaching you are now? You've got your picture post, you've got your audio, you've got your video. It's all coming off of your blog. It's reaching 8 different platforms. I have not even posted to my Instagram yet. I have not made my Twitter post yet, which I will be doing. My Instagram, I'll do it off of my phone separately. My Twitter post, I can do that right now if I'd like. Go to my Twitter account. And I can say what's happening. Let's take a picture right here. Let's put podcast. I want to podcast 10 mistakes. Right here. Let's put this nice looking picture right there. And I want to send people back to my blog. Good. So I can grab that little bit link to my blog post. What was in there? What I wanted was that little bit.ly. Copy it. Not save it, copy it. Put that in here. Here, branding. Start adding all the links that you want. Mistakes. Look for mistakes in there. Put hashtag mastermind. Mastermind. Strategy. Strategy. Strategies. You get the idea. You can put all those hashtags in there. They're going to send them back to the blog post. Tweet that out there. Use all your picture posts. I can do another one. I can put my SoundCloud in there too. Let's add a picture for... What is it doing? Ding, ding. Where's my podcast right here. I have a podcast. I can go here. I can grab that link back to my podcast. I can put that in here. Hashtag it for a podcast. Get the idea. You can load that up with all kinds of hashtags and send it out to people. What's going to happen when they do this? They're going to go back to my SoundCloud. They see the SoundCloud link. They go back to my blog. I can put my YouTube video in here. I can grab the link for it just right off the top. Share this. Grab that link for that one. Go to Twitter. Type this in. Paste it. It's fine. And put my YouTube banner right there. Or thumbnail right here. I can put hashtag YouTube. Put hashtag video. Viral video. Load it up with hashtags. Do everything you need. Add them all in. The more hashtags, don't want to say the more hashtags, the better. You only want to use about 7 hashtags on Twitter. Tweet that out. Now each time, do your video, do your podcast, do your picture posts. Now I'm on Twitter. I'm on SoundCloud. I'm on YouTube. I've got Facebook posts going. I've got LinkedIn posts going. This should be done now. And it says, congrats, your video is ready to watch. It's right here. Now you can see that this 2 minutes and 12 seconds is all this is. So people are going to sit and they're going to watch this short blurb.
Holy crap, guys. I'm not even kidding. No. I'm not leaving that at that. Brady, brother. May I interject?
By all means.
Okay. That was textbook that's the content itself, brother, was perfect. No, it was incredible. That's professional level right there.
And there you have it. That's a 2-minute clip that now people are going to watch. They're going to say, what in the hell is that? Let's just watch it to the end. I'll show you what's going to happen. Oops. Oh, I got to show you a couple things what's going to happen here. Let's back this up. Right up here to the almost the end of my 1-minute clip.
To add to not the content, but the strategy, brother, into maximizing the work you just did.
Part of my 1-minute clip. And this is where it gets interesting. I put the
On video or in my podcast. If you gained any knowledge, any skills, motivation, if that little switch in your mind flicked and you said, hey, I can do that too, then follow me, Brady Theodore, the Gotti. I would like to tell you that, hey, I'm just a guy 60 plus years old. 4 years ago, I decided to learn some new skills and place myself in a position that I could have some financial freedom in my later years. Come to find out that with knowledge, I have done just that. I've learned that no matter what age you're at, if you put your mind to it, if you take the proper action and you follow the leaders, that anything is possible. Now, if you would like to see more of me, please go below, touch that link, follow me at bradytheodore.com. Thank you, God bless, and I'll see you on the inside.
See, you can watch the rest of the video by clicking the link in the description. Let's just stop that. Tail end back to my website. But if I go right here and we're going to stop this, pause it. You can watch the rest of this video by clicking the link in the description, which is right here, that goes back to my blog post. You can also check out my entire library or ask me anything by using the hashtag #AskBradyTheGotti in the search. What happens when you do that? Hashtag Ask Brady the Gotti in the search. It pulls up all the posts that I've got tagged back to me that I've posted on LinkedIn. I can do the same thing on Facebook. If you go in here and you type in hashtag Ask Brady the Gotti right here, and it starts showing up every post I ever made on Facebook that I've used the hashtag Ask Brady the Gotti. You want to ask me a question? Use that. You can go to Google, like we showed you before. Hashtag ask Brady the Gotti. Let's see, the Gotti. And what comes up? Brady Theodore asking Instagram photos, hashtags on Twitter, videos, the show, back to my website, Facebook home, Facebook pages, PikiU, podcasts. I've got 3 pages under this if you use the hashtag. Look at all the content that is showing up across the interweb these days. It all goes back to me. Ask Brady the Guy, where's this going? Listen notes. I don't even know where these places go to. But I'm showing up everywhere. If you go to videos, look at all the videos I've got under Ask Brady the Gotti. Go to images. All my images right here, all over the interweb, all lined up. The grind. Goes back to a Twitter post I made over here. Somebody goes, well, what is that about? And they click that little link there. Where's it go? It goes back to my blog site. You see how this is getting people into the wormhole, the rabbit hole, goes right back to you every time, no matter what platform they're on. They're coming back to you on your blog site, the head of the octopus, the home base with all the tentacles. See how exciting this is? Once you learn the techniques, once you gain the knowledge, the skills, and start implementing, this starts snowballing. And when somebody can go to Google and type in your name that you are branding yourself as using a hashtag or using your actual name, let's just type in my actual name, Brady Theodore. What comes up? Brady Theodore at Harper College. Well, I'm not Harper College, but I'm on YouTube, personal brand. There's LinkedIn, videos, Facebook, blog. You start becoming omnipresent. This is the point behind the Octo-Content model and why you want to take your video, splice and dice, have everything set up, and start posting to everywhere. Become omnipresent. It will all come back to you 1,000-fold. And when you implement your pixels, you start doing your webinars, you start producing content daily and weekly, you're building your resume. Yes, your online digital resume. And believe it or not, we've got a course on brand resumes, how to build this out. The Octo-Content of how to structure your videos, splice, dice, and place across all platforms. Brand resume of how to start building your own personal brand resume. Nobody these days uses a paper resume. Everything is done online. When you talk to an employer, what's the first thing they do? They go right over here to the internet and they say, John Smith. What is John Smith, excuse me, all about? John Smith, Wikipedia Explorer. Well, what if your name's Susie Barlow? You are your brand. Get your name out. The sooner you start doing this, the sooner you start building your brand resume online and going to as many platforms as you can all at once from each piece of content, the better off you're going to be, the better off your business is going to be. The more knowledge you gain, the more implementation you use, this snowballs huge, huge. I'm going to stop my share. I'm coming back out. I'm here. I hope you got value out of this, of what I do on a daily, weekly basis with my content. Video is number 1 in the world, but syndication beats the video. And you can take that one video and you can splice and dice it in a matter of, less than an hour once you get used to doing this. And you start syndicating across all platforms, just like Gary Vee teaches. You can't beat it. People start coming to you in droves. They're signing up for your newsletters. They're going to your WhatsApp. They're going to your blog. They're being pixeled. They're seeing your webinar invitations. It just snowballs. The only way to do this is learn it. Learn it by following Oliver in the Octo-Content model. Ask me. Let me get you involved. And if you want to take all of this to the next level, I'm talking next level, you join the Elite Thinkers Mastermind group on Facebook. Absolutely free to come in and start mingling around with the people like myself that are doing this daily. And right now, we've got, I believe, 38 spots left of the paid membership, which gives you so many added extra bonuses. Not only will you be in the mastermind group, but you will get all of these courses. And when you have all of these courses and you're working with myself and the other masterminds within the group and with Mark, the leader of the pack, I'm telling you what, folks, this is going to change your life forever. Come on in. Anyway, I think that's enough. That's long and drawn out for one little session. Now I'm going to take this, I'm going to do my splicing, dicing, editing up on YouTube and make a full post out of this training session. I hope this sounds exciting. I hope you understand the basics of what I am doing here. This is not a webinar. This is not a sales pitch. This is a way to show you how to get the eyes and ears of the masses on your content, on your personal space within the interweb that you can call home. And once people start finding you at your home on the internet, there is no stopping you. It is unstoppable. Take my word for it. Come on in. Say hi. Let me help you out. I'll talk to y'all real soon. For watching or listening to me on video or on my podcast, if you gained any knowledge, any skills, motivation, if that little switch in your mind flicked and you said, hey, I can do that too, then follow me, Brady Theodore, the Gotti. I would like to tell you that, hey, I'm just a guy 60 plus years old. 4 years ago, I decided to learn some new skills and place myself in a position that I could have some financial freedom in my later years. Come to find out that with knowledge, I have done just that. I've learned that no matter what age you're at, if you put your mind to it, if you take the proper action and you follow the leaders, that anything is possible. Now, if you would like to see more of me, please go below, touch that link, follow me at bradytheodore.com. Thank you, God bless, and I'll see you on the inside.